Hello and welcome back to another episode of Word Wednesday. I'm your host, Paige Goodger. And as always, we have my co-host, Mr. Bix Weir.
Did you feel that earthquake? Hello, Paige. Oh my God, the last time we did this, we were live. So, hey, even in the live show, things go crazy.
It's just like we're live. I have my little coffee table set up and it's a little janky, but we're making it work.
It's all good. It worked for me. What are we talking about this week?
Yes. So on our last Word Wednesday, we talked about staking specifically with Theta. So to review, staking means your coins are locked away within the Theta network to help it function properly. I like to think of an Airbnb type example where if you decide to partner with Airbnb, you give something of value, your home, to someone else, vacationers, in order to help things run smoothly, their vacation. And in return, you are rewarded, and that's usually with fiat. So staking works the same way. You give something of value, your Theta tokens, to someone else, a Guardian node or G pool, in order to help things run smoothly, the Theta network. And in return, you are rewarded with Tfuel. And the only place these tokens can go is back into your own Theta wallet since you are the one that owns them. So the cool thing about Tfuel is that it can be converted and sold, which means passive income later down the road without the headache of having an actual Airbnb. So this is why Theta is a hodler's dream. So today we will be discussing Tfuel. So guardians and validator nodes create blocks to ensure the network is safe and effective. In exchange, they receive Tfuel based on the amount of Theta tokens that they have staked. The Theta network is essentially paying people in Tfuel for their help with expanding broadband. Tfuel serves as a means of payment for transactions such as setting up caching nodes, interacting with content creators, and creating smart contracts. However, it can also be earned, for example, by staking Theta or by providing caching power to other users or interacting with Theta TV platforms. The total supply of Tfuel tokens is currently at 5 billion tokens. It's a little bit above that, but around there. So when you use Tfuel in a transaction, that Tfuel is burned up like gas and that transaction is able to be made. So I am going to go over one of the most frequently asked questions that we get on the road to Ruta. And that is, if I am staking 1,000 Theta through Guardian Node, how many Tfuel can I earn? And another way that this is sometimes phrased is, how many Theta do I need to stake in order to earn $1,000? So Bix always says to go to guardianmonitor.io. So we are going to take a peek at that. And I will share my screen. There we go. Okay. So this is guardianmonitor.io. I'm sure you've seen it on the road to Ruta. So if you have 1,000 Theta staked, you are going to be this blue highlighted line right here. So a day you're making 45 cents. In a month, you're making $13. In a year, you'll make $163. In 10 years, you will make 16 grand, $1,600, sorry.
That's
So
at the current value of TVO.
yes, this is at the current value of Tfuel, which is why I prefer this next calculator, because you can play around with the numbers a little bit to see future projections on your return on your investment. So let's enter in 1,000 Theta. And you don't want to touch any of these other numbers down here. And by the way, I will have both of these websites linked on our Instagram. That is at on.the.roadtoruta. And I will also send them to Bix so he can link them under this video. So let's calculate these earnings, which we just saw on guardianmonitor.io. Your yearly rewards are about $181. You're still earning 1.20 Tfuel. But let's look at the price. Bix, what do you think Tfuel is going to go to?
Short term, we're looking at $1 in the next couple months, and then maybe even up to $10 by the end of the year.
Okay, so let's do
Let's do it at $10.
in between. Let's do like $5.
Okay.
Right? And then what do you think Theta is going to, you think it's 88, right? By the end of the year?
88.88.
There we go. Okay, so now let's calculate these earnings. Now you're making like 2 grand a year. So that's a pretty solid passive income stream. So I'm going to stop this share. There you go.
But not only that, your 1,000 theta are now worth $88,000.
Yes. So this is a great tool to see if this would be a good investment for you and potentially a passive income stream later down the road when theta really starts to gain some momentum and everyone has edge nodes and guardian nodes and this thing really blows up. So right now you need to stake 1,000 theta in order to run a guardian node or to have a G pool where you are earning theta fuel. So that is a $13,000 investment to buy 1,000 theta. Now, if you're sitting to yourself saying, I can't afford 1,000 theta right now, how can I earn T fuel? You are in luck because in the case of T fuel, the stakeholders can be divided into 7 different groups. You have video platforms, streamers, viewers, advertisers, caching nodes, guardian nodes, and validator nodes. So if you cannot afford to be a validator node, you can stream. And streamers are the producers of content within the network. They receive T Fuel on Theta TV for their work, for example, through donations from viewers. And the second way you can earn T Fuel is if you are a viewer. So viewers on the Theta TV platform can also earn T Fuel by consuming video content. If you're an advertiser, if you have your own business, this would cost you T Fuel, but advertisers use Theta tokens to buy advertising space and sponsorships on the Theta TV platform. And if you want to run an edge node on something, this would be the caching node. And these are the relayers who provide caching to the network, enabling other viewers to have better content and a better consumption experience. And in turn, they are rewarded T Fuel. So if you want to earn some T Fuel as a viewer, you can check out the Road to Ruta on theta.tv and test the platform for free. In addition to gaming and crypto content, you can also find VR content or create your own content to earn T Fuel. So Bix, let's go into some questions and get some answers.
I learned a lot already. This is great.
Good. So which earns more T Fuel, G Pool or your own Guardian node?
They're exactly the same because the allocation of T fuel is based on the total pool of everybody's staking. And so the more you stake, the more percentage of the total pool you're going to get. So it doesn't matter if it's on G pool or you run your own node, you get the exact same amount.
Perfect. So how much theta versus T Fuel should I own?
That's a great question, and everybody asks me that all the time. Originally, the T Fuel was an airdrop from Theta to all. If you had 1 Theta, you got 5 T Fuel. So people thought, oh, maybe the 5-to-1 ratio is where it should be. It had since jumped to 100-to-1, meaning Theta became much more valuable. And then they are going to introduce the new elite edge nodes, which means they're going to be printing more theta, creating more theta fuel, mind you. And so there's more theta fuel being created, but they're also going to burn theta fuel. So it gets really complicated. My best guess these days is that the ratio will be somewhere 20 to 30 to 1, say 20 to 1. And it will fluctuate. It'll go down to 10. It'll go up to probably up to 30 or 40. And a lot of people like to play that ratio. So if it gets up to 40 to 1, they'll sell theta and buy more T fuel, and then it'll go back down. And that works to a point. And then sometimes it just doesn't work and you're all of a sudden out of the market. I suggest having a little bit of both or a lot of both. 5-to-1 ratio. Although I like the fact right now you can earn T fuel by staking, whereas in the very near future, you're going to earn T fuel from staking T fuel. Although right now it's staking theta. That's the fun. It gets so ridiculously complicated when you talk about this stuff between theta and staking. After a while, most people won't even be able to afford theta. Most people will be just dealing T fuel. And T fuel will be the currency going forward in that theta protocol, which was meant to be. But yeah, when Theta hits $10,000 per Theta token, not many people are going to be able to, buy a new Guardian node and run a node.
Yeah, do
So
you think most of those tokens will be locked up in staking, and then the T Fuel will be, more the circulating supply coin of the Theta network?
I do. And I think, yeah, I see it being locked up into the 90 to 95% range. The big players, the Netflix of the world and Google and YouTube and Amazon, they're all going to want as much share of Theta as possible so that they have more say so about any kind of changes that might happen. And that gets to
Yeah.
voting, which will come sooner or later, probably a little farther down the line. But yeah, Theta is the mothership, as Jenny Moonstone says, and Theta Fuel's the little kid running around having fun. So if you want to play it safe, get Theta, stake it, and earn your T Fuel and use that to live off.
Yeah. So what's your final ratio on Theta to T Fuel?
For me, I love Theta so much that I always sell my T Fuel and just add to my Theta node.
Mm.
But that's just me. I know
Right.
it's, in the times that Theta Fuel jumps higher than Theta, everybody's like, "Oh, Bix, you got it wrong." And when it's the other way around, they say, "Oh, Bix, you know what you're doing." So I just I look at T Fuel as money that I'm earning. So when I want to spend some money, I'll spend T Fuel before I spend Theta.
Yeah, because the earnings that you're making in T Fuel, you can just invest those back into Theta, and then that will exponentially grow. Because, in my opinion, Theta, the price of Theta will outweigh the price of Theta Fuel, because Theta Fuel is probably going to stay a little bit lower, and then Theta can grow and grow and grow and grow. So, if you're putting your Theta Fuel into Theta, seems like it would be a smart
Yeah,
investment. But
the other
this
thing
isn't
about it,
investment advice.
yeah, the other thing about it is that with Theta, you can vote to airdrop yourself a lot more Theta Fuel tokens. If all the Theta Guardian nodes and validators said, "Hey, Theta Fuel is getting too expensive. Let's create 5 billion more." You can do an airdrop for it just goes to Theta holders,
Mm,
which devalue the amount of Theta Fuel out, or the value of the Theta Fuel out there, but at the same time, hugely increase the value of Theta.
yeah.
And it's only
Something to
Theta
think about.
it's only Theta holders, Guardian node holders, and validators that can vote on something like that.
Smart to have a guardian note early.
Yes.
So, you discussed a little bit about dollar inflation, deflation, all of the flations with JC earlier. For viewers, it'll be yesterday, but earlier today. How do you think the impending dollar inflation will affect crypto prices?
Well, we're seeing it already. The rise in prices, you don't think about it that way. You think, oh, it's regular people. So that's just speculation. Well, there's a reason that Bitcoin was created. There's a reason that it's doing well, and the reason is that the dollar is being abused. The dollar is being destroyed. Every time they print another dollar, another time they give a bank bailout, every time they give people money for COVID, that devalues the dollar. And that's continually going on. And it's an inverse relationship. The more dollars you print, the more valuable the cryptos are in dollar terms, because the dollar becomes less valuable the more you print. So yes, we are seeing cryptos go up. A big part of that is the destruction of and the abuse of fiat money.
Is the end coming? Is the collapse here?
No, I I've been saying the end is here for Chicken Little just can say it so many times, but maybe when Chicken Little stops, like I've stopped, I think they can continue this game for as long as they want. It'll just be more and more embarrassing, less and less valuable, and then one day people won't even care that they're printing a quadrillion dollars. We're going to have a new system through cryptocurrencies, crypto tokens, and we're just going to move forward, and everybody's going to leave the old system, just like it always happens.
Yes, I agree. So, what is your price prediction for T Fuel next year? We kind of went over this earlier, but just want to get your final prediction for T Fuel.
I'm thinking $10 by sometime this year, A lot depends on, um, there's going to be so many people using theta fuel. I believe that, over the half the population will be using theta fuel in the next couple of years,
Mhm.
because we need to expand the internet, and it's a free way to do it. And people love to make money for free. I mean, they've been on video games earning, oh, I got this token, and they get all excited. Well, what happens if you give them something that's worth something of value?
Mhm.
Like Theta Fuel, that the big CDNs, the content delivery networks, and the content providers like Netflix and Google, they use Theta Fuel to publish their content. So yeah, they're going to be soaking up all the Theta Fuel they can get their hands on. This is really a big guy game, and we, being the little guys, got in on it early, and we're telling all our friends, and they're telling their friends, and soon, there'll be new TV ads for all this stuff very soon. And Theta Labs is doing that, and it was always in the cards. So we're going to see massive jumps uh, for probably starting in the next couple weeks throughout the rest of the year.
Yeah, speaking of cards, I know one of the big things right now in the crypto space is the NFTs, non fungible tokens. And for anyone who's a sports fan, Rob Gronkowski just announced his digital NFT trading card. And so, little kids are going to be all over this. Like, this is the old trading cards that we used to hold and trade, and Pokemon cards and all those types of things that all now lives on the internet. All these little kids are going to be jumping on this with all their electronic devices. And so this is going to explode and be huge. Everyone is going to be using this. So definitely get your hands on some Theta and some Theta Fuel. And if you want to learn more about how to get Theta, how to store Theta, anything about Theta, Road to Ruta has a Theta page. So head over to roadtruda.com today to learn more. And Bix, do you have any final words on Tfuel?
Yeah, Theta Page is spelled Page, not Paige. You're the Theta Page.
I'm a Theta
But yeah,
page.
I think you won't go wrong no matter which one you get. But just remember that a lot of people, probably 90% of the population within the next few years, will know what Theta and Theta Fuel is, just like 90% of the population knows what the internet is today.
Mhm.
So just hang on tight through all the ups and downs, and you're going to do really well in the long run.
Yes, I agree. Hodl, baby. Hodl life.
Huddle.
And to keep the motivation going, I wanted to share the newest member of the Road to Ruta. This is my new beta fish. This is Theta the beta.
Theta the Theta fish.
Isn't he so cute?
So cute.
He's
He's
the
blue.
best. He came home yesterday with us, and we are so excited to have a little pet and just go Theta, go Theta, go Theta, go.
Everybody's like itching for that song, and it's not even
Come
out.
on, Vix, we
I
want to
know.
see it.
All right. All right. It's going to come out at the exact perfect time to
It
add
will.
some little more jet fuel to Theta.
Yes, I agree. And a quick shout out to Scott Rossi. He sent us a wonderful message on Instagram, and he had actually gotten a screenshot of Theta at $8.88. And he just sent us this beautiful, beautiful message. So thank you so much to Scott Rossi and to everyone else who sent in those screenshots at $8.88. We cannot wait to see those screenshots at $800 and
88 cents.
$800.
$88.88. $888. How about $8,888.88?
Yes, I cannot wait to see those screenshots. But thank you so much, Scott. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, Scott.
Well, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Word Wednesday. And be sure to tune in next week for another interesting word. And we will see you then. Take care.